BMAX Audio Adventure. This is BJJ365. Lindsey, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
I know this is your fourth time on here. I think it's been like 22 times, actually.
I don't know.
It's your first time on the podcast.
Oh.
Welcome.
Yay.
You're very attractive.
Thank you.
You're intelligent. And it is your birthday.
Happy birthday to me.
Yay! You're 112 years old.
Correct.
Congratulations.
I look pretty good for 112.
You do look. You look pretty good for 21.
Thank you.
So I wanted to say sorry, guys, that I was feeling a little under the weather last week, so I didn't manage all of the podcasts that I was supposed to do. I only got one in for Monday and Tuesday, so sorry about that. I missed Wednesday and Thursday, so I don't know. Sometimes brother got to get some rest and feel better, you know. So I'm not that sorry about it, but I do feel bad about missing because I committed to it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh well. You think I'll be okay? You think the people will survive?
I think they will.
All 8 listeners.
You work pretty hard, so.
We actually have quite a bit of listeners. You know, we have a lot of listeners to this podcast. So thanks to all of you that do listen. We appreciate it. Today, we're going to make it pretty quick. We're going to answer one question. And I also want to tell you guys about what's coming up for me and Lindsey starting tomorrow. So, Lindsey, give them the breakdown on what we're about to do.
Okay. Tomorrow, we fly out to Dublin.
That's in Ireland.
Yes, it is.
That's not in the United States of America.
Nope.
It's far from here.
Right.
We're going to be spending a week in Ireland, and then we're spending a week in England, which is pretty exciting.
I'm excited. I've never been there before.
You've never been to... You've been to Europe, though.
I've been to Romania, but I've never been to Ireland or England.
Here's what's happening. In Ireland, I'm going to be doing 2 seminars. I'll be doing one in Dublin. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not in Dublin. In Carlow. I'm flying into Dublin. But we're going to be doing one in Carlow and one at Primal, which is in Drogheda. Drogheda, Ireland. I can't say it.
Okay.
But it
I'm
doesn't
very
look like
nervous.
the word Drogheda. Why are you nervous?
I need people to speak very slowly to me so that I can understand what they're saying.
You need that Alabama slow?
Right.
So we're going to be in Ireland for a week, and we're doing 2 seminars there. And then we're going to England, and we're going to be in Southampton, then Banbury. I don't know if I say these words right. It could be Southampton.
Probably not.
Yeah, there's only one H, so it's Southampton. I don't know. Then Banbury or Banbury. You know what the name of that academy is?
Is that the Peaky Blinders?
Mm-mm. That's Birmingham.
Oh.
Birmingham.
Are we going to be there?
Peaky Blinders. We're not going to be there. We're going to be with those people. This is kind of related to them. This is some of their people, but it's a different city. The name of that school is the Banbury Martial Arts Center. BMAC. BMAC at
cool.
BMAC. I know. And then we're going to Darlington. And then London. And then we're flying back here. And as soon as we land here, the next morning, I fly to Brazil. So I got a week in Brazil because I'll be cornering Ben Saunders for his fight on September 22nd against Sergio Moraes, 3-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt world champion.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. Ooh, I'm nervous about all of it. I got to pack my stuff. I'm going to try to do this with one backpack, no suitcase.
Well, you'll be able to, like,
Think I can
before
pull it
Brazil, you can wash and repack.
Yeah, but I'm going to all of it with one backpack.
No.
Yes.
Well, I'm saying you'll
I'll
repack.
wash my stuff, yeah, but I'm not taking a bunch of crap. Like, when we went to L.A., a couple of whatever, I don't even know when that was. That feels like it was pretty recently. When was that?
But it was
Me and
July.
That was that long ago?
It was,
yeah, so that wasn't that long ago.
No, it was August. I can't remember.
Yeah,
I think it was August.
I got too much going on. But anyway, when we went, we took an extra suitcase. And that was so stupid.
Well, we took our geese.
Yeah, we were going to go by Jean-Jacques, and we just didn't make it over. We ended up going to Eddie's a couple extra times.
And 2 gis take up a lot of room.
Yeah, but we shouldn't have had that much stuff. It's too much stuff.
No, I did take too much stuff.
So I think I want to try to see the world with nothing but a backpack. That's what I need.
Yeah.
I need to see it in a Dotsasara backpack.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I got a Monster backpack right now from, our fine sponsor, Monster Energy Drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's a good backpack.
It is a good backpack. Yeah, I really like it. My Dotsasara one is too big. Like it's that. Oh, that's the one
That's
you're
the one
taking
I got.
anyway. It's that huge one.
Yeah.
And that's too much for me. I want a smaller one than that.
I need every single inch of space in that big one.
Yeah.
The battle pack.
I need the little battle pack mini. I need to grab me another one. So anyway, that's what's happening. And then, I don't know. I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to hold down the fort here while I'm gone to Brazil.
Yeah.
You think you guys will be able to manage?
Yes. We'll be fine. We got some good people here that will take care of things while we're gone.
Yeah, we've kind of got the school to the point. Scaff does a great job as the manager, and then Keelan is here, and Jacob, and then Gavin is working here, Chuck. We got so many good people around. Like, we're kind of to the point where I want to test it and just leave and not tell anybody I'm going and just see what happens. Well, John helps with the classes too.
We at least need to tell them we're leaving.
No, I think I'm just going to leave and then just see what happens. I'm just going to stop showing up and see if the school runs without me. Somebody will have to cover my classes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I've got it to where I don't have to teach every class anymore. I don't have my hand in the sales anymore, which is really a big deal. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have to do the sign-ups and stuff. That was taxing on me. I'm not good at that. So I don't do well about talking to students about their money and stuff. No. So I don't like managing that part of the business. So having you around has been awesome. You're the best, Lindsey.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Let's answer a question here.
Okay.
I know everybody's tired of hearing me talk about how cute you are.
I'm not. I love it.
Okay, here's a question from a listener, a reader, watcher of my Instagram, Louis.Griffith. Brandon, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I've been training for 5 years, and I just received my brown belt. Congratulations, first of all. 5 years to a brown belt is pretty good.
Yeah.
I train at a smaller school, so a lot of times it's just a few new white belts and me. I also used to train every day, but recently had a career change, so I only train 3 times a week. I want to continue to grow in jiu-jitsu, but it seems like it's becoming more difficult to take my game to the next level without equally skilled training partners. Mm-hmm. I've been watching videos online, and I just recently started rolling with my eyes closed. Is there anything else you think I could implement in my game to help me grow? Any advice or knowledge would be much appreciated. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right, Jones, you're a brown belt.
Mm-hmm.
Not really a new brown belt.
No.
You've been around for how
2
long?
years. 2 years this month, September.
Yeah, that's not unreasonable.
No. But it took me a long time to get to brown belt. It was
how long
way
did it take
over. 10 years? Because this is our 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about
nine or 10 years to get your brown belt.
Yeah, but I've been consistently training 3 days a week for those, and not every day. So, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you had some time there where you were just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah, like I wasn't rolling, and I would just come and drill in class, and so, yeah.
Yeah, your purple belt days, your early purple belt days were scruggly.
Yeah, well, it's more like, I guess.
Yeah, late blue, early purple.
Yeah.
You were. Why was that for you?
Well, I think that was the point in the gym where, like, everybody, or like you and Scaff and Chuck and like
Sam.
A lot of the core group, Sam, y'all were going like monster mode.
We're trying to kill each other every day.
Yes, and so that kind of freaked me out a little bit, and I was like, I would get injured or, like, God, I got to go to work tomorrow. Like, I need to be able to walk. So,
yeah, we were crazy.
Yeah. So, kind of.
It wasn't, at that time, the gym definitely was not conducive to beginners or even like people who just had normal
recreational
stuff to do.
jiu-jitsu was not.
we were going hard in the paint.
Yeah.
So what advice would you have for this gentleman? New brown belt, doesn't have a lot of doesn't have any high level training partners. Mostly white belts, some blue belts. How can you get better 3 days a week?
Well, I was actually just talking to Brandon about this the other day. Like, I think I've hit it like a plateau,
if you will.
Yes, in my game right now. And so I told him, I was like, I need to start studying something. Just tell me, what I should be studying. And so, he gave me somebody that I need to be watching, and so I think I'm going to start doing that, and just just spend some time every day watching videos and that kind of thing. And I guess with not high level, I guess low level training partners, you can work on your offense and your technique and that kind of thing, but it would be really hard to be able to work on your defense.
See, I disagree.
You think?
I think it's easier to work on your defense because you're less frightened that this dude's legitimately going to break your arm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm.
Yeah, but they don't always
at
know.
the brown belt level is what I mean. Like, if you're a white belt, you don't know the inches. You don't know how far you can let this guy take it, or even a blue belt. But at brown belt, if you're a real brown belt, and some blue belt grabs your arm or a white belt grabs your arm because you gave it to them to train, they may not know you gave it to them. You're not supposed to tell them,
right?
But you gave them your arm because you want to try to work on your armbar defense. You can tap out ultra early. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying give him a stretched out arm, but give him 4 out of the 6 steps and work from there. I think that's easy to do, and even easier than doing it with like you.
Yeah.
Like you and I can go slowly and train our defense. But, if I get your arm stretched out and it's like, okay, ready, go, we can't train that together. No high-level guys can train like that together.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, like, with lower-level belts, like, they don't already know when to go for a submission necessarily.
You feed them.
Okay. Well, then that's a good piece of advice.
Yeah, I think that's, to me, defense is really the only thing that matters. I actually don't care anything about offense. I think offense just is a byproduct of being, I guess for lack of a better term, invincible. Mm-hmm. I know that's not real. I know invincible is not a real thing, especially like, I'm not like some world champion by any means, but my goal is to make myself quote unquote invincible as a jiu-jitsu player. So I want to be able to dig out of the deepest, darkest trenches and then exhaust you, and then basically just have you give me a free tap because you're tired from trying to kill me.
Yeah.
I want that kind of defensive capability, that kind of survivability.
Yeah.
So that when I'm old, I'll still have it. And I'm not talking about toughness either, by the way. Actually, I care nothing about being tough. I happen to be tough, but I think I've exhausted my toughness, like my willingness to show how tough I am.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about tough, like, I'm going to be sore from that tomorrow. I'm talking about you can't finish me. Like, you don't have the tech. I have such a high technical ability defensively that you cannot finish me. Even when you have my arm, you can't even put me in legit danger. Like you're starting with an arm bar, and I got a gable grip. Ready, go. Good luck. And I'm not saying I'm there. I'm saying that's what I'm striving for.
I would just be scared, like, that your defense that you develop against white belts and blue belts is not necessarily like a good defense.
I hear you. And that's legit.
Because, you feed them an armbar, for example, and then you're like, yeah, I'm getting away every time. And then when you finally do go with somebody who's higher level, well, hopefully you would never feed them your arm. And,
hopefully you would. Hopefully you would. I'll feed you my arm. I'll feed Scaff my arm.
Yeah.
I'll go to HQ and I feed those guys, my arm or my neck or whatever, I do this pretty much every training session, every roll almost. I'll just feed you. But I've developed up to that point where I feel confident now because of the repetition that I got against lower level players. You start with, like Eddie says, if he wants to add something to his offensive arsenal or add what he's specifically talking about offense, but I think it applies to anything, offense or defense. He says if you want to add something to your arsenal, then you start with 10-year-old girls. So if you could pull that off on a 10-year-old girl, then you bump it up to 12-year-old girls, you know, and then you bump it up to the white belts in class, and then you bump it up to the blues and the purples, and now you've got something that's getting refined. But you can't take some new thing like, all right, here's an escape from a fully locked rear naked choke. Let me start with Lindsey Jones locked down a rear naked. Dude, you'll never figure it out. Yeah. You'll just choke me 100% of the time.
That actually makes me feel better about some of the things that I've been trying.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, just like my escapes and stuff like that, you know, I mean, like Scaff was saying the other day that, like, I need to work on my escapes and stuff. Well, I'm trying my escapes against black belts.
You don't ever roll. You know, you only roll with, like, purple and up. Right. Because those are the people that you trust as your training partners. Yeah. And I guess it's much harder for a female, too, man. Like,
I don't want
everybody's stronger and bigger than you. Yeah. And white belt dudes are bound to hurt you. Yeah. You know. So I
have some that I can. Yeah, I have some that I can roll with. After you've been here for about 3 or 4 months, I'll give you a chance.
You shut people down when they come up to you to roll. You'll be like, nah. Get about 4 months in.
Right. Yeah. You need a little bit more time to cook.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for today. We're going to cut out of here. That was like 17 minutes, believe it or not. Guys, don't forget to visit Toehold on Instagram. Slide up in his DMs and send him a message. Let him know that you're listening to the podcast and that you're interested in buying the flip-flops. He'll hook you up with a discount. And if you will screenshot this podcast and tag us both, myself and Toehold, then we will enter you in the free drawing. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I got to announce this. We got a giveaway here. Let me pull it up. We got our winner from last month. Dan Sullivan from Phoenix, Arizona wins a free pair of Toehold flip-flops. How cool is that? And you can stop by shoptoehold.com also and pick up some of their wonderful gear. All right. And don't forget about my website. It's www.brandonmc.ninja. I got the t-shirts, www.10p4l.com. I'm in the process of thinking about how to get it done, about combining brandonmc.ninja and 10p4l.com into one site. In the meantime, you got to visit them separately. But y'all, thank you for your support. Thank you for everything. I really appreciate all of you, and I love you very much. Thank you.